And back here live, CRS 2024, of course, and catching up with the boys out there. I told you we had it planned. Shenandoah back here with us, and look who it is. Marty Raven and Mike McGuire having a good time here, too, as well.
Mikey over there.
Over there, we got a little tight shot here, making the best of it. Good to see you, man.
Hey, man. Good. Hey, brother. It's good to see you, too.
Last time we had chatted down there in Winnie, Texas at that Winnie Rice Festival, y'all put on, as y'all always do, a hell of a show down there, too, and you got to meet my soon-to-be 4-year-old.
Yeah, man, right on. Hey, man, that was I think that, if I ain't bad wrong, I think that was the first time we were ever in Winnie.
It might have been, yeah. I mean, that's the first time I got to catch y'all.
Can you recall us ever being in Winnie, Texas?
I don't know. I mean, I know that one time. But...
I think that's the only time we ever been in Winnie. I want to come back, though. Hey, can you do anything about that?
Make some calls. We can make some calls. Let's get them back there. We got to get them back there, too, as well, playing hell of a show. Well, hey, talk about this. I mean, Mike and I were speaking about it, the connection, the collaboration. Luke Combs bringing back 2 Dozen Roses. It's been hot for y'all. It's been all over everything as you guys continue to just have your sound and the great music that was written back in the day. The collaboration is becoming a big thing in the industry, and I'm sure with Luke even to put that out and kind of put his spin on it too as well. And that collaboration is huge for y'all.
Yeah, and it was really kind of when we originally did the track, we had no intentions whatsoever of having anybody guest on any of the tracks. We had signed a new deal with 8 Track Entertainment, and what he wanted to do was he wanted to take probably 4, 5, 6 of the biggest records that we ever had, and in other words, he kind of wanted them. He kind of wanted them in his catalog. So with that as it was, 2 Dozen Roses certainly was one of them. So anyway, we started getting these videos. People texting going, hey man, Luke Combs is doing 2 Dozen Roses in his show, and then people would send it and go, man, check this out. And so we're hearing Luke doing 2 Dozen Roses, so we got thinking, man, that'd be neat if we got Luke Combs. If we got Luke Combs on this track.
Yeah.
So during the year of COVID, the sound man that we had refused to go out. So Luke and all his bunch was not going out. So we picked up his sound man.
Yep.
So therefore, he started going out with us. And then before it was all over with, I mean, man, we had a great time with it. And so before it was all over with, I called him and I go, man, can you give me an inside number on Luke? He goes, well, yeah. I said, you think he'd mind calling you? He said, Marty, I don't think he'd mind you calling. I said, well, you know good and well I wouldn't wear his number out. He goes, yeah, you know what? I don't think he'd mind. Let me check with him, though. So the next thing you know, he checked with Luke, and Luke said, yeah. He said, man, have him call me. And because we had been texting back and forth. And so, I thought, I'll text him, and we'll talk about it and this kind of stuff. I don't text well. And to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I don't like to text back and forth with people, and especially if it's something, informational that, I kind of want to know the temperature of the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I mean, if somebody's into it, they're not just texting, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, if that's what you hear on the other end of the phone, you go, well, man, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so then I said, look, I'm just going to call you. Hey, man, call me. So we did, and we started talking and that kind of stuff. And then, and from that point on, we started working back and forth about when we could do it, how we could do it. Management got together, trying to put together the studio thing and all this other kind of stuff. And next thing you know, he's in the studio, and bam, away we go. So.
In those songs, I've talked about this many times with y'all, the Sunday in the South and everything else out there standing the test of time. And it's just really cool to see you guys perform in front of a crowd, that Winnie show. And, of course, last year you did a little thing with Billy Dean and, of course, Wade Hayes.
Yeah.
The Country Comeback Tour. We caught you in Louisiana. It just brings to life. And you guys, it just seems like you're still having fun 30, 35 years in doing this or longer. I mean, it's just been a great ride for y'all. And to just have this music just live on, a timeless classic songs that are out there too. You guys are still having fun on stage, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're still having fun doing what we're doing. I mean, who in the world wouldn't enjoy what we're doing? We get to ride up and down the road like a bunch of giddy school kids, singing. I mean, we already know what the show's gonna be. You know, all we got to do is get there, get set up, and get after it. You know.
Yep.
So other than that,
And we can sleep all day if we want to.
I love that. Which is something we're going. Yeah, that's the best part about it too. At the same time, you know, we're talking about the sound so much, and this female movement now that's coming through. You see Lainey Wilson doing her thing, and Ashley McBride, Carly Pierce, and Lindsay L. So many great of these female artists, and I can't recall the movement since you guys were back there in that '90s country when there's so many great guys and ladies, Reba and Martina and Faith, and just Shania Twain, all this. But this female movement now that's going on in women's country, this is fantastic. What's your thoughts on that?
but hey, I think it's great. In fact, we've got a female that's going to be joining us on a tune on this new album.
Ooh, look
And
at that.
it's going to be good.
We'll take that as a teaser.
It's going to be good.
When's this new project? Any dates coming up here? Or is it still undetermined? Or?
Late summer,
Okay.
fall.
All right, looking at that too as well. All right, well, I'll tell you what, you guys still, like I said, going strong. It's Marty and, of course, Mike out there. Shenandoah, the Sports Guys Podcast.com, and, of course, out there, KKTC, True Country 99.9, and our friends at HighTideCountry.net. Thanks to all the sponsors. Don't forget, tonight, we're live at the Doghouse, 6 to 10, the next two nights, and then the benefit show with Toby Keith, Friday night, Show Dog and Friends, with Big Benny Trailer Choir getting back together for the first time since 2010, and coming out there with a big fundraiser we're doing for Toby, and, of course, his charity, OK Kids Corral. We'll see you guys back in the flash. More coverage. CRS 2024 continues. Stay tuned for more.